Welcome back, Pure Structure Traders and YouTube, for another market analysis for the London session and potentially into the US session. Today is November 16, 2021 here in Hawaii, and will be November 17, 2021 in London. Today we'll be looking over S&P 500, gold, and also oil, giving you guys some of the levels that we'll be looking at. So again, if you guys do like these videos, please go ahead and smash that like button. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Any questions you guys got, feel free to pop them in here on YouTube. We would love to get back to you guys. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. So during the prior London session, which was yesterday London session, we did have the market pull down into our support here, right around these 46.67.25s. Nice double bottom from that area, and then pushed all the way back up and pushing through our resistances. So for this London session, what do I want to see? I really want to see if we come back up here, climbing back into that area, reject it, maybe make a nice triple top here. If we fail to get through this area of 4700, I want to see this fall back into 46.89.25. More of a main level of support for me is going to be 46.85. So if we do get this bounce right off this area, maybe a nice double bottom here. If we can't break that, that could be our nice opportunity to push right back up into our resistances. If not there, I do got a bit of a zone that you can see we kind of drew out, kind of like yesterday's zone, that purple zone that we had that was green yesterday. That's our lower level of support, but as of right now, 46.82 to about 46.75.50, that is going to be a very key area of interest as we try to draw into that. If we do get these sellers to pull it down, that's where we're going to look out for some pretty nice angle double bottom or a nice clean double bottom from there, and a push back up from that area. We may even just get a one touch bounce and a V bottom off of that area, as it could be some pretty strong support as the market comes into it. If not there, you could see our next level down below is going to be these 46.67.25s as the support area below that. So that's going to be what we're looking out for, but I do want to see if we get this short opportunity down into it. If we do, that's where we're going to be looking for the longs here. Long setup there. Earlier long setup, 46.85 could be the first area. You can see we've bounced off of that area one time already, so we're looking to see if we get a nice bounce from that area again as it draws back into it. Let's go ahead and take a look at a smaller chart for you guys here on S&P. So pulling up the smaller chart, you can see we're gradually pulling into this area. I really want to see a nice rejection and then a further pull down, coming right back into the supports again. 85, if not 85, look out for these. Well, this support between 75 and 82, that's where we're going to be looking for a nice zone of support. And then below that, you can see that zone is going to be somewhere around these 75s to about 67.25 as the areas of support. So not too difficult, but for those who want to try to short it for a little bit to the downside, that's what we're going to be looking out for the London session. If we miss that, we'll look out for the supports underneath. Moving over into gold, let's take a look at what gold has given us so far and what we're looking out for gold as well. So gold in a nice downward trend. You can see what's going on here. I do want to try to see, we already had our move back into resistance here at 1858.1. I actually think gold may end up pulling down deeper. Next levels of support coming in 1849.9, and a nice zone between 47.4 to about 45 is a major area of support that I'm looking at. This is where you could find nice strength for the bulls to try to come in and bounce right back up. But I do think gold is going to start to try to take off to the downside. We'll see. You could see a little bit of a support coming in a little bit earlier, 1851.1. Keep an eye out for that, because if we don't get all the way down to those 49.9s, this is the first area you could see a nice double bottom and then a nice push right back up through resistance areas. So keep an eye out for that. I am going to mark it as a little bit of a closer low, 51.1, then 49.9 as the next area down below. 49.9 being more of a key level, as that was a prior area of resistance that could react as support. And then below this, again, nice zone, 45 to about 47.4. Let's move over into a smaller chart here on gold. So pulling up this smaller chart here on gold for you guys, you can see 1, 2, 3 touches at that level. Didn't get all the way to it, but you can see it coming back down. We do have a micro area right here, these 1853.6s, that could bounce us up and retest that area of resistance, but I do think we end up falling right through that, trying to come into the supports of 51. to maybe about 49. I would like to see it come down even into this support zone here. That's where it would be more comfortable for me to try to buy and then push it right back up against this bearish trend that we see right now. So going to be looking out for that. But for those who want the short, I really would prefer the market to come back into these 58s, if not those 1860.6 for the areas of resistance to try to short it back down. But we'll see if we get the opportunities. First area 1858.1 is the first area of resistance, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Let's take a look at what's going on with crude oil. So pulling up crude oil, I really want to see this market try to come down a little bit deeper. I do have a level there, 79.79 as the area of the first bounce of support. Maybe get it there, but some lighter zones coming in. You can see that we drew a nice support zone. A lighter zone means that we could have support earlier here, right between these 79.74s to about 79.57. That could be a wider zone there where we find that nice double bottom support. If not, a darker zone, meaning we definitely are going to have some pretty strong support coming in at this area. Low side 79.34. You can see where we've double bottomed at that level prior. This is where we could see a nice double bottom formation again. This is where you could get some really strong support coming in here. So it would be the most conservative area to buy at this area to go long against this bearish move that you start to see here on crude oil. So again, couple areas we're going to be looking out. First, going to be our support 79.79. If we can get into that area of support, that is going to be what we're looking out for first. If not that area, my low side is going to be those 79.57s, and below that it's going to be 79.32 to 34. That's going to be the areas that we're looking out for. But just we created a zone, so it's a little bit easier on the eyes to see when the market starts to come towards that area of the low, and you could be looking for those buying opportunities right at that area. Again, first area 79, down below that 58, 79.58, then below that 79.32 to 34. So we'll keep an eye out for that, for those bigger levels to come in on crude oil as we are already moving down. So I'm really just looking for the long opportunities from there. If you want the shorts, you can see resistance 81.11, 81.65, and 82.10 as the areas up above. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But that wraps it up for S&P 500, crude oil, and also gold. Again, if you guys do like these videos, if you find them very helpful, if you want to learn or know a little bit more in these videos, feel free to go ahead and comment here on YouTube. If you guys like them, please go ahead and smash that like button. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Again, anything that you guys want to touch on, any concerns you have in trading, anything you want to learn a little bit more on, feel free to pop it in here. This wraps it up for S&P 500 gold and also oil. If you guys continue to trade, make sure you guys trade well. You guys take care. Have a great night. Bye.